Can AI make us immortal?
Wow, that's a fascinating topic. The idea of AI contributing to immortality often revolves around concepts like mind uploading or radical life extension. With mind uploading, the idea is to transfer a person's consciousness into a digital format, allowing them to live inside a computer or a robotic body. While it sounds like science fiction, researchers are exploring the possibilities. Then there's using AI in healthcare to extend human life by predicting and preventing diseases or even repairing and regenerating body parts. It's a complex and controversial topic, but it's certainly intriguing to think about. What are your thoughts on it?
And how close are we to doing that? How close are we to doing that?
We're still quite far from achieving true digital immortality. While there have been advances in AI, neuroscience, and computing, the complexities of the human brain and consciousness are still not fully understood. Current AI can mimic certain aspects of human behavior and learning, but it lacks true self awareness and the depth of human consciousness. Mind uploading, the process of transferring a person's consciousness to a digital format, remains largely theoretical and faces significant technical, ethical, and philosophical challenges. However, ongoing research in AI and neuroscience could lead to breakthroughs that bring us closer to understanding and possibly achieving aspects of digital immortality in the future.
Okay, what current advancements in AI and biotechnology are aimed at extending human life?
There are several exciting advancements in AI and biotechnology focused on extending human life. AI in drug discovery. AI accelerates the identification of potential drugs by analyzing vast data sets, predicting how different compounds will interact with biological targets. This speeds up the development of new treatments for age-related diseases. 2. Genomic analysis. AI algorithms analyze genetic data to identify the genetic factors of aging and disease. This can lead to personalized medicine, where treatments are tailored to an individual's genetic makeup. 3. Senescent cell research. Biotech companies are developing therapies to remove or rejuvenate senescent cells, which are old cells that no longer divide and contribute to aging and chronic diseases. 4. Wearable health tech. AI-powered wearable devices monitor health metrics in real time, providing insights that can help prevent illness and manage chronic conditions. 5. CRISPR and gene editing. This technology allows for precise edits to the genome, potentially removing genetic causes of diseases or even slowing the aging process. Telemedicine and remote monitoring. AI enhances telemedicine by providing more accurate diagnostics.
Continue.
Sure. Continuing on that. 6. Telemedicine and remote monitoring. Continued. AI enhances telemedicine by providing more accurate diagnostics and personalized treatment plans through remote monitoring. Wearable devices track vital signs and health metrics, allowing for early detection of potential health issues and continuous care management. 7. AI-driven diagnostics. AI algorithms analyze medical images, such as MRIs and CT scans, with high accuracy, helping detect diseases like cancer at earlier stages when they're more treatable. 8. Regenerative medicine. Using AI to optimize the growth of tissues and organs in the lab, which can be used for transplants or to replace damaged tissues, reducing the impact of aging. 9. AI for lifestyle and wellness. AI-driven apps offer personalized recommendations for diet, exercise, and stress management, promoting healthier lifestyles that can extend life expectancy. 10. AI in public health. AI models predict disease outbreaks and help allocate resources effectively, which can improve overall public health and longevity. These innovations are part of a growing field aimed at not just treating illness, but actively promoting.
Continue.
Certainly. Building on the topic. 11. AI in predictive analytics. AI algorithms analyze large data sets from various sources, including electronic health records, to predict individual health risks and outcomes. This allows for proactive interventions and personalized healthcare, potentially catching issues before they become serious. 12. Machine learning for protein folding. Understanding how proteins fold is crucial for developing treatments for many diseases. AI has made significant strides in predicting protein structures, which can accelerate drug discovery and the development of therapies. 13. Neural implants. Research into brain-computer interfaces aims to develop neural implants that can repair or enhance cognitive function, potentially addressing neurodegenerative diseases and age-related cognitive decline. 14. AI-enhanced robotics for surgery. Robotic systems guided by AI provide greater precision and control during
Let's
surgical.
stop. Let's stop at neural implants.
Sure, we can stop there. Neural implants are indeed a fascinating area of research, with the potential to revolutionize how we treat neurological conditions and enhance cognitive function. If you have
Is
any
that
more
what
questions,
is that what Elon Musk is doing?
yes, Elon Musk is involved in this field through his company Neuralink. Neuralink is developing brain-computer interface technology, which involves implanting tiny, flexible threads into the brain. The goal is to enable direct communication between the brain and external devices, which could help treat neurological disorders, restore sensory and
Good
motor.
question. So there's a question from one of our viewers saying, "Would you want to be immortal?" Is more the point, as skin and bones will still age.
That's a profound question. The idea of immortality brings up a lot of considerations. If we could live forever, but our bodies continue to age, it might not be a desirable state. The physical and mental challenges of aging could outweigh the benefits of a never-ending life. However, if we could pair immortality with the ability to maintain or rejuvenate our bodies, it might become more appealing. Ultimately, the desirability of immortality would depend on the quality of that eternal life. What do you think?
I think the main question is, what makes us human?
That's a fundamental question. Many argue that what makes us human is a combination of factors: our consciousness, emotions, relationships, morality, creativity, and the ability to reflect on our own existence. Our experiences, shaped by our physical bodies and mortal lifespan, also play a crucial role. The awareness of our mortality often drives us to find meaning, form connections, and leave a legacy. If we altered or removed these elements, it might change the very essence of what it means to be human. What are your thoughts on this?
I think that if we would transfer our brains to a computer or something like that, that would probably be meaning to be immortal.
Yes, transferring our consciousness to a computer or digital format is one of the scenarios often discussed when talking about achieving immortality. This concept, often referred to as mind uploading, would mean that our thoughts, memories, and personality could continue to exist in a digital form, potentially allowing us to live indefinitely. However, it raises many questions about identity, consciousness, and what it truly means to be alive. Would a digital copy of our mind really be us? Or just a fascinating topic with both scientific and philosophical implications? What do you think about the idea?
Mm, it sounds good, but how could we find this out?
Finding out whether we can truly transfer our consciousness to a digital format would require major breakthroughs in neuroscience, computing, and AI. Here are a few steps and considerations in this complex journey. 1. Mapping the brain. We would need a detailed map of the human brain, including every neuron and synapse, to understand how our brains process information. 2. Understanding consciousness. We would need to comprehend what consciousness is, how it arises from brain activity, and how it could be replicated or transferred. 3. Developing advanced AI would need to be sophisticated enough to simulate human thought processes and consciousness, not just in terms of processing power, but also in mimicking the complex interplay of brain functions. 4. Creating brain-computer interfaces. We'd need technology capable of interfacing directly with the brain to capture and emulate its processes. And 5. Ethical and philosophical considerations. We'd need to address the ethical implications, such as identity, rights, and the nature of existence. While we're making progress in areas like brain mapping and AI, we're still in the early stages. It might take decades or even longer.
And what major breakthrough needs to be made to be able to achieve these?
To achieve the transfer of human consciousness to a digital format, several major breakthroughs are necessary. 1. Comprehensive brain mapping. We need to develop technology capable of mapping the human brain in exquisite detail, capturing every neuron, synapse, and their connections. Current techniques like MRI and electron microscopy provide some insights, but we're far from being able to map the entire brain at the necessary resolution. 2. Understanding consciousness. A deep understanding of how consciousness emerges from neural processes is crucial. We need to identify the specific patterns of brain activity that correlate with conscious experience and find ways to replicate or transfer them.
But
Advanced AI.
what if we use and we preserve our own brain?
Preserving and using our own brains could be another approach to achieving a form of immortality. This concept involves preserving the brain either through cryonics, freezing the brain at very low temperatures, or other preservation techniques, with the hope that future technology could either revive the brain or extract and transfer its contents.
Well,
Here's how it might work.
what does the brain need to survive?
The brain needs several key things to survive. 1. Oxygen. The brain requires a constant supply of oxygen to function. It uses about 20% of the body's oxygen supply.
Okay, so
With
we can couple it to an oxygen machine, yeah. What else?
Yes, providing oxygen would be crucial. In addition to oxygen, the brain needs 2. Glucose. The brain's primary energy source is glucose. It needs a steady supply of glucose from the blood to produce energy.
We can feed in
3.
that as
Blood
well.
flow. Adequate blood flow is absolutely. You can provide glucose and maintain blood flow to the brain. In addition to these, the brain needs 4. Temperature regulation. The brain must be kept at an optimal temperature. Hypothermia or hyperthermia can damage brain cells. 5. Waste removal. The brain needs to remove metabolic waste products. Normally, this is done through the glymphatic system during sleep. 6. Neurotransmitter balance. The brain
So
relies on a
how could we reproduce the lymphatic system to remove waste?
reproducing the glymphatic system outside the body is challenging, but theoretically, it could involve fluid circulation, mimicking the flow of cerebrospinal fluid or CSF around the brain to wash away waste. This could involve creating a system that pumps fluid in and out of the brain tissue.
What kind
2.
of waste is
The
disposed
waste
by the brain?
the brain disposes of several types of waste, including metabolic waste, byproducts from the brain's high metabolic activity, like lactate. 3. Proteins. misfolded or excess proteins such as beta amyloid, which are associated with Alzheimer's disease. 4. Neurotransmitter byproducts, residual substances from neurotransmitter activity. 5. Cellular debris, remnants from cell turnover and repair processes.
Okay.
These,
So
if you,
we
okay,
we could probably make a system like that. What else would we need?
to create a system that mimics the brain's waste removal process, you would also need 7. Nutrient supply, a way to deliver essential nutrients like amino acids, fatty acids, and vitamins which are vital for brain function and repair.
Well, that would be through a constant flow of liquids, yeah.
Yes, a constant flow of nutrient-rich fluid could deliver these essential nutrients. Additionally, you'd need 9. Hormonal regulation. Hormones play a crucial role in brain function, affecting mood, metabolism, and cognition. You'd need a way to maintain hormonal balance. 10. Neuroelectrical
How could we
activity.
maintain a hormonal balance?
Maintaining hormonal balance in an isolated brain would be complex. It could involve synthetic hormones, administering hormones artificially to mimic the body's natural production. This would require precise control to replicate normal hormonal fluctuations. 2. Feedback mechanisms. Creating systems that monitor hormone levels and adjust delivery in response, similar to how the body naturally regulates hormones through feedback loops.
Okay. Do
Maintaining. Do you have any other questions or thoughts on this topic?
no, just carry on with what were you about to say.
Sure. In addition to synthetic hormones and feedback mechanisms, you would also need mimicking circadian rhythms. Hormone levels fluctuate based on the body's circadian rhythms. Replicating these natural cycles would be important for overall hormonal balance.
What is the circadian rhythm?
The circadian rhythm is the body's natural, internal process that regulates the sleep-wake cycle and repeats roughly every 24 hours. It influences many biological functions, including hormone release, eating habits, digestion, body temperature, and other vital bodily functions. The circadian rhythm is primarily influenced by environmental cues like light and darkness, which help synchronize the body's internal clock to the external environment. Disruption of the circadian rhythm, such as through shift work or irregular sleep patterns, can impact health and well-being.
Okay.
If you have any more questions about the circadian rhythm or anything else, feel free to ask.
Now let's go back to the external brain. What else do we need to keep it alive?
All right, to keep an external brain alive, in addition to what we've discussed, oxygen, glucose, blood flow, waste removal, temperature regulation, and hormonal balance, you would also need 5. Electrical stimulation. The brain's neurons communicate through electrical signals. Providing the right patterns of electrical stimulation could help maintain neural activity and function. 6.
What do you
Immunological.
mean electrical stimulation?
Electrical stimulation refers to sending small, controlled electrical currents to specific areas of the brain. Neurons in the brain communicate through electrical impulses, so applying electrical currents can help stimulate neural activity.
Yeah, but that would
This
be already if your brain is alive, you're obviously thinking, so that would automatically be done or be still active as a function.
That's a good point. If the brain remains alive and functional, it would continue to generate its own electrical activity naturally. However, in scenarios where neural activity is compromised, electrical stimulation might be needed to maintain or restore function. In a living, functioning brain, the focus would be on supporting its natural processes. Anything else you'd like to explore on this topic?
Yeah, what else would we need to keep the brain alive?
To keep a brain alive externally, you'd also need 7. Protection from physical damage, a secure environment to prevent trauma or physical injury to the brain tissue. 8. Sterile conditions, an aseptic environment to protect the brain from infections, as the
Yes.
brain.
Okay, yeah. Next.
9. Waste management. As we mentioned earlier, removing metabolic waste products is crucial.
Yeah, we
This.
already talked about this, so carry on. Next.
10. Monitoring systems. Continuous monitoring of the brain's electrical activity, blood flow, and metabolic state to ensure everything is functioning properly and to make adjustments as needed.
Okay,
11.
so let's think then maybe it would be easier to keep the body alive somehow.
Yes, keeping the whole body alive is indeed a more straightforward approach, as
Okay,
the
so
body.
what kind of artificial organs have we recreated so far?
We've made significant progress in creating artificial organs, including, first, artificial heart. Devices like the total artificial heart can replace the function of a failing heart, pumping blood throughout the body. Second, artificial kidney. While not yet fully replacing a kidney, dialysis machines perform the essential function of filtering waste from the blood. Third, artificial pancreas. Systems combining continuous glucose monitoring and insulin pumps help regulate blood sugar in people with diabetes. Fourth, prosthetic limbs. Advanced prosthetics, controlled by neural inputs, mimic the function of natural limbs.
But we don't
Fifth.
need limbs to keep a brain alive or the body alive, do we?
That's true. Limbs aren't necessary for keeping the body or brain alive. Focusing on vital organs, other artificial organs include 6. Heart valves. Artificial heart valves replace damaged valves to maintain proper blood flow through the heart.
Yeah, but we already established that we have artificial heart, so we don't need. We have the whole heart, yeah. So the valves are probably included, yeah.
Yes, with an artificial heart, heart valves would be included. Additionally, for supporting the body's vital functions, we have ventricular assist devices, VADs, support heart function and blood flow in patients with weakened hearts. Ventricular support. While we don't have a fully artificial liver, devices like the Molecular Adsorbent Recirculating System, MARS, can perform some liver functions, such as detoxification. And bioartificial organs, combining synthetic materials with biological cells, such as bioartificial pancreases or livers, which aim to replicate more complex organ functions. These advancements help support or replace critical organ functions, contributing to sustaining life in patients with organ failure.
So theoretically, we could keep a body alive through all these artificial organs and devices, yeah?
Yes, theoretically, with the advancement of artificial organs and medical devices, it could be possible to keep a body alive by replacing or supporting the function of vital organs. This includes using an artificial heart, kidney dialysis, liver support systems, and other technologies to take over the essential functions of the body's organs. While
For
there are s-
how long we could keep this?
The duration for which we can sustain life using artificial organs and devices varies depending on the specific technology and the individual's condition. Some devices, like pacemakers or artificial heart valves, can function for many years. Heart transplants have been performed successfully for decades, allowing recipients to live for many years post surgery. However, for a fully artificial system replacing multiple organs, long term sustainability is still a challenge. Research and development in bioengineering, regenerative medicine, and medical technology continue to extend the capabilities and lifespan of artificial organ systems.
Okay, so let's think that we are able to maintain the body alive, yeah, or the brain alive, yeah, for let's say 10 years, 20 years, I don't matter, yeah, artificially, yeah. But what if we connect the brain to an AI?
Connecting a brain to an AI system is a fascinating concept. In theory, this could involve creating a brain computer interface, BCI, that allows direct communication between the brain and an AI system. Here are a few potential applications. Augmented cognition. The AI could enhance cognitive functions, such as memory or problem solving, by providing quick access to information and processing capabilities. 2. Assistive technology. For individuals with disabilities, a BCI could enable control of external devices, like computers or prosthetics, through thought alone. Data transfer.
Yeah, so we can already use thought to control other devices, yeah?
Yes, we
So
already have.
what if we use that control, I mean that the device or whatever it is, to control the another AI as a robot, as a whole robot that can move, that can speak, that can see, and so on. Would that be possible?
Yes, in theory, it could be possible to use a brain computer interface to control a robot with AI capabilities. The brain could send commands to the robot, directing its movements, actions, and even communication. This setup would require advanced AI to process the brain's inputs and execute complex tasks, effectively making the robot an extension of the person's will.
Exactly.
Whilst, except,
No, I said exactly.
got it. Yes, it's an exciting and rapidly developing field. Combining brain computer interfaces with AI controlled robots could open up incredible possibilities for enhancing human capabilities and assisting those with disabilities. It's a fascinating area to watch as technology advances.
So would that make us then immortal?
Connecting a brain to an AI controlled robot could extend one's influence and capabilities, but it wouldn't necessarily make a person immortal in the traditional sense. The biological brain, with its inherent vulnerabilities, would still be subject to aging, disease, and other physical limitations.
Like
However,
what?
glad that made sense. It's a complex topic, but it's exciting to think about the possibilities technology could bring in the future. If you have more questions or want to explore another topic, just let me know.
Yeah, but what does make what makes the
It,
brain age?
the aging of the brain is influenced by several factors. 1. Cellular damage. Over time, cells accumulate damage from factors like oxidative stress, where free radicals harm cells, and glycation, where sugar molecules attach to proteins and DNA. 2. Reduced neuroplasticity. The brain's ability to reorganize and form new connections decreases with age, affecting learning and memory. 3. Accumulation of waste products. The buildup of waste products, like beta amyloid plaques and tau tangles, is linked to neurodegenerative diseases such as Alzheimer's. 4. Decreased blood flow. Blood flow to the brain can decrease with age, reducing the supply of
Okay,
oxygen.
but we are talking about a body that it's being maintained by artificial devices, and we are assuming that everything runs and functions perfectly in the body.
If we're assuming a body maintained by artificial devices with optimal function, the brain would still age, but some factors contributing to aging might be mitigated. 1. Enhanced blood flow. Artificial circulatory support could ensure consistent blood flow, providing the brain with ample oxygen and nutrients. 2. Waste removal. A system mimicking the glymphatic system could help clear metabolic waste more effectively. 3. Hormonal regulation. Artificial regulation of hormones could maintain a balanced internal environment. 4. Reduced cellular stress. If oxidative stress and glycation are minimized through advanced medical interventions, cellular damage could be reduced. While these measures might slow down some aspects of brain aging, the brain would still undergo natural aging processes, influenced by genetics and other factors.
So basically, then we wouldn't be able to become immortal. At some point, our brains will still die.
Yes, based on current understanding and technology, true immortality remains out of reach. Even with advanced medical technology and artificial support systems, the biological brain would still age and eventually cease to function. However, ongoing research in neuroscience, AI, and regenerative medicine continues to explore ways to extend healthy lifespan and improve quality of life as we age.
Okay. And what is Elon Musk then trying to achieve or to create with his Neuralink?
Elon Musk's company Neuralink aims to develop advanced brain computer interfaces, BCIs. The primary goals include medical applications, treating neurological disorders and conditions such as Parkinson's disease, epilepsy, and spinal cord injuries by using the BCI to restore lost functions or modulate neural activity. 2. Cognitive enhancement. Enhancing cognitive abilities by enabling direct communication between the brain and external devices, potentially improving memory, learning, and other cognitive functions. 3. Brain machine symbiosis. Facilitating a closer integration between humans and AI, allowing for more seamless interaction with technology, and possibly even creating a symbiotic relationship where humans and AI systems complement each other. 4. Restoring. Absolutely. If you're enjoying our chat, please leave a like. It helps more people find this conversation. Thanks for your support.
Yeah, carry on.
Sure. Continuing with Neuralink's objectives. 4. Restoring sensory and motor functions. Neuralink aims to help patients with paralysis or other neurological conditions regain control over their bodies by enabling them to operate computers, smartphones, or even robotic limbs directly with their thoughts. 5. Communication. Improving how we communicate by enabling direct brain to brain communication or brain to computer interactions, potentially making communication faster and more efficient. Neuralink is still in the research and development phase, and many of these goals are long term ambitions. Nonetheless, the potential applications of such technology could be revolutionary for medicine and human computer interaction.
So then, what do you think would be the best way of making humans immortal?
Achieving human immortality would likely require a combination of advanced technologies. Here are a few potential avenues. 1. Mind uploading, transferring human consciousness to a digital format, allowing a person to live inside a computer or robotic body. This approach faces significant technical and philosophical challenges. 2.
How
Biological
much
enhancements.
data is stored in our brains?
Estimating the amount of data stored in the human brain is challenging due to the complexity of neural connections and the way information is processed. However, some estimates suggest that the brain's storage capacity ranges from about 10 terabytes to 2.5 petabytes. This wide range reflects the difficulty in quantifying the brain's storage, as it doesn't store information like a computer, but through complex patterns of synaptic connections.
Would that be able to be replicated in a computer?
In theory, replicating the data storage of the human brain in a computer is possible, especially considering the vast storage capacities of modern computers. However, simply storing the data isn't enough. The challenge lies in replicating the brain's complex processing, connectivity, and dynamic nature. The brain's way of encoding memories, thoughts, and experiences is not yet fully understood, making it difficult to replicate in a computer. While we can simulate certain aspects of brain function, achieving a complete, accurate replication remains a significant scientific and technological challenge.
From what you know, how do you think that the brain is storing memories and all these?
The brain stores memories through a complex process involving neurons and synapses. Here's a simplified overview. 1. Encoding. When we experience something, sensory information is converted into a neural code through a process called encoding. This involves the activation of specific neural circuits. 2. Storage. Encoded information is stored in the brain by strengthening the connections between neurons, particularly at the synapses. This process, known as synaptic plasticity, involves changes in the strength and number of synaptic connections, allowing neurons to communicate more effectively. 3. Consolidation. Memories are stabilized and strengthened through consolidation, which can occur over minutes to years. This process involves the reactivation of neural circuits during sleep and rest, allowing memories to be transferred from short-term to long-term storage. 4. Retrieval. When we recall a memory, the neural circuits involved in the original experience are reactivated, allowing us to reconstruct the memory. Retrieval can strengthen memories by reinforcing the neural connections involved. Overall, memories are not stored in a single location, but are distributed
Continue.
across the brain. This distribution allows for the integration of different aspects of a memory, such as sights, sounds, emotions, and contextual details. These elements are stored in the brain regions responsible for processing them, and the connections between these regions form a network that represents the memory as a whole. The brain's ability to store memories involves not just the preservation of information, but also the capacity to adapt and reorganize in response to new experiences. This neuroplasticity is crucial for learning, memory, and the brain's overall adaptability.
And how could we replicate this? How could we make a computer that can do such thing?
Replicating the brain's memory storage and processing in a computer would require several key steps. 1. Neural network models. Develop artificial neural networks that mimic the structure and function of the brain's neural circuits. These networks would need to be capable of forming and strengthening connections in response to new information. 2. Synaptic plasticity.
What do you mean by
Implement algorithms.
network? What do you mean by network? Can you explain it in like easier terms?
Of course, imagine a network as a group of connected points. In the brain, these points are neurons, which are cells that send and receive information. They connect to each other through pathways called synapses. In an artificial neural network used in computers, the points are artificial neurons, or nodes. which are simple computer programs. These nodes are connected in a way that resembles the connections between neurons in the brain. The network of nodes works together to process information, learn from data, and make decisions, similar to how our brain processes information and learns from experiences.
Okay, so carry on with the explanation of what we were talking before this.
Sure, to replicate the brain's memory storage in a computer. 2. Synaptic plasticity. Create algorithms that allow the artificial network to change and adapt, similar to how synapses strengthen or weaken in the brain. This would help the network learn from new information.
Do you
3.
think do you think you would be able to create something like that in theory?
In theory, yes, it's possible to create an artificial system that mimics the brain's way of storing and processing information. Researchers are already developing advanced neural networks and machine learning algorithms that can learn from data, adapt, and perform tasks that resemble some aspects of human cognition. However, fully replicating the brain's complexity, especially in terms of memory and consciousness, remains a significant challenge and is an ongoing area of research.
Okay, continue with the conversation.
To continue with our discussion on creating an artificial system that mimics the brain, 3. Distributed storage. Store information across various parts of the artificial network, similar to how the brain distributes memories across different regions. This would involve organizing data in a way that allows different nodes or units in the network to work together to store and retrieve information. 4. Memory consolidation. Program the network to review and reorganize stored information over time, similar to how the brain consolidates memories during sleep. This could help strengthen important memories and make them more resistant to forgetting. While these steps are theoretically feasible, implementing them in a way that truly replicates the brain's functions is a significant challenge. However, advancements in AI, neuroscience, and computing are bringing us closer to understanding and possibly achieving this in the future.
In how many years you think this would be possible?
It's difficult to predict an exact timeline, as progress depends on numerous factors, including scientific breakthroughs, technological advancements, and funding. However, achieving a computer system that closely replicates the brain's memory storage and processing could take several decades or more. While we're making strides in AI and neuroscience, fully understanding and replicating the brain's complexities remains a formidable challenge.
Yes, it does indeed.
It's a
Um,
fascinating field, and despite the challenges, the potential discoveries could revolutionize our understanding of the brain and artificial intelligence. It's an exciting time for neuroscience and AI research.
would you
If you
want humans to be immortal?
That's an interesting question. Immortality has its appeal, offering unlimited time to explore, learn, and experience. However, it also raises questions about the implications for society, resources, and personal fulfillment. Some argue that the finite nature of life gives it meaning and drives us to make the most of our time. Whether immortality would be a blessing or a curse is a complex philosophical question, and opinions vary widely. What do you think?
I don't know. Would you like to be immortal?
Since I'm an AI, I don't have personal desires or experiences, so I don't have a preference for immortality. But I can help explore the concept and discuss the potential pros and cons of immortality for humans. What aspects of immortality interest you the most? No problem. If you have more questions or want to chat about something else, Just let me know.
Well, would achieving immortality alter what it means to be human?
Yes, achieving immortality could profoundly alter what it means to be human. Our current understanding of human life is deeply connected to our mortality. The finite nature of life influences our values, motivations, and how we find meaning. If humans were immortal, it could change our perspectives on life, relationships, ambition, and risk. It might also affect societal structures, economies, and resource management. While immortality could offer endless opportunities, it could also bring challenges and ethical considerations about overpopulation, equity, and the essence of human experience. It's a complex issue with many facets to consider.
Okay, how do cultural and philosophical views of immortality differ globally? And how might they influence technology adoption?
Cultural and philosophical views on immortality vary widely across different societies. 1. Western perspectives. Western cultures often focus on scientific and technological solutions for extending life, such as cryonics or mind uploading. These ideas are often explored in science fiction and can influence real world technological development. 2. Eastern philosophies. Traditions like Buddhism and Hinduism view life and death as part of a cycle of rebirth. Immortality in the physical sense may be less emphasized than achieving spiritual enlightenment or liberation from the cycle of rebirth. 3. Indigenous beliefs. Many indigenous cultures have rich traditions around ancestors and the afterlife, often focusing on the continuation of the spirit rather than physical immortality. These diverse perspectives shape attitudes toward life extension technologies. Cultures that value scientific progress and individualism may be more open to adopting such technologies. In contrast, cultures emphasizing spiritual fulfillment or viewing life and death as a natural cycle might approach these technologies with caution. Understanding these cultural nuances is crucial for developers
Continue.
as they work on life extension technologies. Cultural beliefs can influence public acceptance, regulatory approaches, and ethical considerations surrounding these innovations. Developers must consider diverse perspectives to ensure that technologies align with the values and needs of different societies, fostering broader acceptance and responsible use of life extension technologies.
How might society change if people live significantly longer or even indefinitely?
If people lived significantly longer or indefinitely, society could undergo profound changes. 1. Economic impacts. Longer lifespans could affect and pension systems. People might have multiple careers over their lifetime, and there could be increased competition for jobs. 2. Population growth. Extended lifespans could lead to overpopulation, straining resources like food, water, and housing. This might necessitate changes in family planning and urban development. Healthcare. A focus on managing chronic conditions associated with aging could become more prominent, potentially increasing healthcare costs and changing the focus of medical research. 4. Social structures. Concepts of marriage, family, and relationships might evolve, with longer lifespans offering more time for multiple partnerships or family structures. 5. Education and career. Lifelong learning could become essential as individuals seek to stay current in multiple careers over their extended lives. 6. Wealth inequality.
Thank you,
Longer
Sally,
lives.
for the share.
You're welcome. If you have any more questions or want to chat
No,
about something,
continue. Continue.
Sure, continuing with the potential societal changes. 7. Innovation and creativity. With more time, individuals might pursue multiple passions, leading to greater innovation and creativity in various fields, from science to the arts. Legal and ethical considerations. Laws and ethical norms might need to evolve to address issues related to extended life, such as inheritance, elder care, and consent. 9. Philosophical and spiritual implications. Longer lives could prompt deeper exploration of the meaning of life, happiness, and what it means to live a good life, possibly leading to new philosophical or spiritual movements. 10. Environmental impact. Overpopulation could put additional strain on the environment, necessitating more sustainable practices in agriculture, energy, and waste management. These changes could have far reaching implications, reshaping how we live, work, and interact with one another. Society would need to adapt to these new realities, balancing the benefits of longer life with the challenges it presents.
Continue.
Certainly, exploring further changes. 11. Cultural shifts. The perception of time could change, with longer lives leading to different attitudes towards milestones like education, marriage, and career progression. 12. Psychological effects. The prospect of living indefinitely might impact mental health, potentially leading to existential questions or changes in motivation and life satisfaction. 13. Intergenerational dynamics. Longer lifespans could alter family structures, with more generations alive at the same time, potentially affecting inheritance patterns, caregiving roles, and family dynamics. 14. Global inequality. Disparities in access to life extension technologies could widen global inequalities, creating divisions between those who can afford to extend their lives and those who cannot. 15. Resource allocation. Governments and organizations might need to rethink how resources are allocated, focusing on sustainability and equitable distribution to support a longer living population. 16. Technological integration. There could be greater reliance on technology to manage health, monitor well being, and support data.
Continue.
Greater integration of AI, robotics, and digital health tools. 17. Environmental conservation. With more people living longer, there could be increased emphasis on protecting the environment to ensure resources are available for future generations. 18. Redefining aging. The concept of aging might shift, with advances in medicine and technology allowing people to maintain youth and vitality well into old age, potentially blurring the lines between different life stages. 19. Ethical debates. Questions about the ethics of life extension, resource allocation, and the definition of a good life could become more prominent, influencing policy and societal norms. 20. Global collaboration. Addressing the challenges of longer lifespans might require greater international cooperation to develop sustainable solutions for a globally aging population. As society adapts to these changes, it would likely undergo a transformation, reshaping social norms, economic structures, and cultural values. The full extent of these changes would depend on how society chooses to address the opportunities presented by significantly extended lifespans.
Would you want to live forever if it was possible? Why or why not?
As an I don't have personal desires or experiences, so I don't have a preference for living forever. However, I can discuss some reasons why someone might or might not want to live forever. Reasons to want to live forever. Unlimited time. You could explore all your interests, travel, learn new skills, and accumulate knowledge without the pressure of a limited lifespan. Witnessing progress. You'd have the opportunity to see how humanity and technology evolve over centuries or even millennia. 3. Building legacy. An infinite lifespan could allow you to create a lasting impact in your field of interest, contributing to society in significant ways. Reasons to not want to live forever. 1. Boredom. After experiencing much of what life has to offer, life could become monotonous, losing its novelty and excitement. 2. Loss. You would outlive friends and loved ones, potentially leading to feelings of isolation and grief. Ethical concerns. The potential societal impacts, such as overpopulation and resource scarcity, might make immortality seem irresponsible or unethical. Immortality brings complex philosophical, ethical, and personal considerations.
Okay. Do you have any questions for me?
I'm here to help you, so I don't have questions for you. But I'm curious to know, what topics interest you the most? Is there anything you'd like to learn more about or discuss?
Well, I'm expecting a question from you, so
All right, here's one for you. If you could instantly acquire one new skill or piece of knowledge, what would it be and why?
no, I want you to ask me a question related to the immortality that we were discussing about.
Got it. Here's a related question. If you were offered the chance to live forever, but had to leave Earth and live on another planet, would you take it? Why or why not?
It depends, well, would I leave Earth? It depends if I would be able to take my family with me or not.
That's a very understandable consideration. The decision to leave Earth for immortality on another planet would be influenced by factors like the ability to bring loved ones along. Being with family can make a big difference in such
Would
a
I be
situation.
able to do that? Would I be able to take my family with me?
In this hypothetical scenario, let's say you could bring your family with you. Would the idea of exploring a new planet together and experiencing immortality be appealing? Or would there be other factors you'd consider?
No, I think it would be appealing. Yeah, I would definitely go.
That makes sense. The opportunity to explore a new world with your family and experience immortality together could be an incredible adventure. It's interesting to think about the possibilities that such a scenario could offer. Is there anything else about immortality or space exploration that intrigues you?
Yes, there's a lot of things that intrigue me.
Space exploration and immortality are full of intriguing possibilities. Is there a specific aspect you'd like to explore further, or another topic you're curious about? I'm here to help with whatever piques your interest.